Welcome to Real English Podcast. If you enjoy our lessons, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Now, you might notice the speaking speed feels a little fast, but that's just how Americans talk. You'll hear it again later, so no pressure. Okay, let's dive into something I think we can all relate to. That feeling you get when the weekend is over and the new week is right around the corner.
You know the one, right? That Sunday night feeling. Maybe you start to feel a little heavy or just kind of down. The weekend was great, but now you can practically hear Monday knocking on the door. It's that thought, yep, the fun's over and it's time to get back to work. We've all been there. Well, believe it or not, that feeling has a name. We call it the Monday blues. It's so common that we have a bunch of expressions in English just to talk about it. And today, we're going to learn the most important ones so you can sound totally natural when you talk about it.
We're going to break down 5 really common expressions for these exact feelings. By the end of our time together, you'll be able to talk about your Mondays just like a native speaker. So, are you ready? Let's do this.
Okay, let's jump right into our 5 phrases. First up is probably the most famous one of all. You'll hear this one everywhere, so let's take a look at what it really means. I've got the Monday blues. You know, the word blues can mean a feeling of sadness, and that's exactly what we're talking about here.
So when you say you've got the Monday blues, it just means you're feeling a bit unmotivated, maybe a little sad that the weekend's over and you have to get back to your regular routine.
Here's a perfect example. You could totally say this to a friend or coworker. Now, let's practice it together. I'll say it first, then you try. Repeat after me. I've got the Monday blues.
Okay, so if the Monday blues is about your mood, our next expression is all about how your body feels. Just imagine you're trying to pull something really heavy. That's the feeling. When you're dragging, it means you have super low energy. You feel slow and heavy, like every little movement is a huge effort.
This is the perfect thing to say when you're waiting for that first coffee to start working. Let's give it a try. Repeat after me. I'm dragging today.
This next one. You usually say this with a big sigh. It's the perfect phrase for that moment when you realize the weekend is officially 100% over. This phrase is all about the switch, you know? The switch from the fun, chill weekend world to the real world of work and school. It's a really common, casual thing to say. You might say this to yourself as you sit down at your desk on Monday morning. It's a simple way to say, okay, the party's over. Ready to practice? Repeat after me. Back to reality. All right, now for a more modern expression, and it's a really useful one. You say this when your Monday morning already feels overwhelming, and the day has barely even started. The idea here isn't to give up. It's about taking a short break, a little pause for your brain, so you can come back feeling more focused and ready to go. It's like hitting a restart button. This is actually a super healthy way to deal with that Monday morning stress. Instead of just pushing through, you take a quick break for yourself. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I need a reset. And for our last phrase, we have something that sounds a lot more positive and gentle. This isn't really a complaint about Monday. It's more like a suggestion for how to make it better. So easing in just means starting slowly. Instead of jumping into the hardest thing first, you start with something small and easy. It's a way of being kind to yourself at the beginning of the week. This is a great thing to say to your team or even just to yourself. It just sets a nice, calm tone for the day. Let's practice our final phrase. Repeat after me. Let's ease into the week. Fantastic work. You've got the 5 phrases down. Now, let's listen to how they sound in a quick, natural conversation. Just picture 2 coworkers chatting on a Monday morning. Okay, so speaker A starts, "You look tired." "Yeah, I've got the Monday blues." "Same here. I'm dragging today." "Let's ease into the week." "Good idea." Back to reality. See that? In just a few seconds, they used 3 of our new phrases. It sounds totally natural. Learning the right words is a great start, but you know, our mindset, how we think about Monday, is also really important. So instead of thinking of Monday as the bad guy, let's try a different approach. So, here's a little reminder for your next Monday. First, Monday is not your enemy, and you don't need to be perfect on Monday, you just need to begin. And remember, a small start is still a start. So, what's your takeaway from today? Think about it. What's one phrase you're going to try to use next Monday? Thank you so much for joining me for this lesson from Real English Podcast. If you found it helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to review today's lesson, I uploaded a free PDF summary in the description and in the comments. Feel free to download it and study at your own pace.